Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well today. I wanted to talk briefly about websites and making websites. It's something that is really, really fun for me to do and something very, very fun for me to work on as well. I enjoy making videos about helping people and overcoming challenges and everything. But above all that, my main strength that I really like is making websites. That was one of the first things that I really got into. That and like video editing and media and those sorts of things. So I've made 3 websites pretty much, and I've helped with another website, and I'm about to help with another website as well using a different platform. So yeah, let's just talk about that. So I created my first website when I was just in high school still. 2007 is when I started, or early 2008 I think is when it finally went public. And I didn't know anything about it. I was using a website builder program on my computer, and I just pretty much used a template, and then I just edited that, not really anything code-based, and it was very difficult to do back then because the specs were much more strict. So you had to be very strict with what you did. So yeah, there was a lot of things there you had to be very, very strict about. But, it was just static HTML files. So that worked initially, but then I realized, well, wait a minute, I'm just adding all these pages that have the same sort of layout and theme. So there needs to be a way that I can use like that as a template file and then just bring in the information, because when I had to change something, I had to change it for every single file, and that was annoying. Like if I changed something in the header, I had to change it for every single file. If I had to change like how big an image is on a page, I had to like the main image, I had to go and change that for every single HTML file. And find and replace all works, but I mean, when you start building it up more, it gets to a point where that's not going to work anymore. So that's when I learned about PHP, and that's what I had been doing then. I learned that, and I learned how to connect that to a database, a MySQL database. And then pretty much what I did is I created a template with PHP, and then I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is so simple now. I mean, obviously it wasn't simple doing that, but it was just all hand coded pretty much. It was just me coding everything there. Just doing the PHP and then the website stuff and bringing in the MySQL database. But the thing is, the problem was that there was no development or admin area. So I had to literally just use a program or just insert the information into the database manually. And that's where it got kind of tedious, because it was kind of annoying just doing all that. So I did that for a few years. That was pretty nice. That was pretty good. Very, very good experience there, because I was working strictly with PHP. There was no other things implemented to help me along those lines. It wasn't like I install this plugin and do this and that. No, that's not how it was at all. Okay, but then sometime after that, I built my Automacedo website, automacedo.com. That uses WordPress, and I created the theme for that. So pretty much everything that you see is something that I created there. And that also was pretty challenging initially, because I didn't know really anything about WordPress. And then once I learned about it, it's like, oh wow, this is so cool. This makes it so easy. So I created the first theme. It was pretty simple and not, the greatest. And then I updated that theme to, made it so I like redid it all. And then I'm about to probably redo it all again to make it even better at some point. But yeah, that was a lot of fun as well. Again, that was also working a lot with PHP, working with WordPress loops, going through the loops, and then I found a software that I use that actually helps aid that process of a lot, because then I can actually visually design it, and then it also does the programming piece as well. And I don't have to spend as much time focusing on, you know, the very little pieces of coding. It makes it a lot easier for me. It makes it a lot more efficient. Now I'm also working with another website now that I'm doing, and that's also been a lot of fun. And the biggest thing that I just did, that I implemented, the biggest challenge that I just did was I had to use, it is a WordPress site, and I pretty much like created a plugin for it that pretty much connects to the YouTube API, video API with an API key. You would need an API key. You didn't have to have an API key back in the day, but now you do, and they rate limit you. So that's why I had to develop the caching thing. But what it does is it connects to YouTube's API and gets a playlist for videos, and it gets the title, the description, the thumbnail, as well as the video ID of those videos in that playlist, and then it locally stores it for caching purposes into the WordPress database, and then it will update like every day. So if someone adds a playlist, if someone adds a video to the playlist, it'll update, you know, within 24 hours on the website. And I can change that anytime. I could change it to every hour, essentially, if I really wanted to. But just keeping it at 24 hours for now, because it's not fully live yet. But then there's also a bunch of other things as well, because YouTube limits it to 50 videos that you can draw at a time. So if there's a 51 videos in a playlist, then it has to go through multiple. I had to develop it so it goes through multiple loops to get the first 50, and then it has to get the next page, and which would have the next set of results as well. So it goes through all that, and it's really, really cool, really complex as well. And then right below, like a main YouTube video, it has a playlist, a horizontal playlist and has all the thumbnails, which right now I'm working on. When you click on those thumbnails, it'll load up the video in the main player. So yeah, that's what I'm working on now. It's a lot of fun. So that's the PHP part is done, but now it's going to be the JavaScript and the jQuery. I mostly use jQuery part that's coming up next. So not much left to do. Should be pretty simple. Probably will be able to finish it today, but yeah, that's something that I've been working on very heavily. And then I got another website consultation. Someone wants one done using a different platform, not WordPress. So we'll see how that goes. I'm really excited about that. So that's my passion. Let me know what you think. If you even understood, you know, PHP and MySQL or SQL, whatever you pronounce it, or HTML, CSS, JavaScript, WordPress, Bootstrap, all those things. So you all take care, and I will see you all again very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.